fighting senator Manny Pac-Man Pacquiao has stated he would be willing to come out of retirement to fight Errol, the Truth Spence, and Terence Bud Crawford. Blessed love and blessed day, oh boxing world, boxing nation, fighting world, fight nation. It's Coach Fire and this is Real Life Boxing. Before we get into the video, best double jab, straight down the pipe, with the left hook behind it. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon so you can be notified when all new content is being uploaded on the channel of Real Life Boxing. Put the left hook behind it and share the videos, please and thank you. The fighting senator Manny Pacquiao, who's 44 years of age and just coming off of his destruction in the exhibition fight of DKU. That shit was funny as hell. He comes out and he says he would still come out of retirement to fight Terence Bud Crawford and Errol, the Truth Spence. Manny Pacquiao, the legendary and future Hall of Famer, with 62 wins, 8 losses, 2 draws, 39 wins coming by KO. He was stopped 3 times himself. 44 years of age, like I said, 5'5.5", 147 pounds. Well, he's fought at 147, 140, 135. Manny's all over the place. With the 67-inch reach. Last 3 fights was Dennis Ugas, in which he lost a unanimous decision, and that fight was actually supposed to be that fight was actually supposed to be Manny Pacquiao against Errol Spence. Before that, he thumped Keith Thurman. Won unanimous against Keith Thurman. I don't know if it was split, but it should have been unanimous. Dropped Keith Thurman, and then he beat up Adrian Broner also. His knockout losses came to Marquez, of course. That brutal knockout with He put Manny down on his face. Boonsi Sergan-Surit, I don't know if I pronounced his name right, earlier on in his career, and Rustico Torcampo earlier on in his career. So Manny been stopped a few times, you know what I'm saying? But right now, Manny is in training camp. He's been in training camp, still looks phenomenal at the age of 44. Obviously, you know what I mean? He's a shell of his youngs. I wouldn't even say a shell, because at 44, he's still probably as good as the second tier welterweights, you know what I'm saying? So nobody would pick Manny to beat Errol Spence or Terence Crawford or Boots, but he beat Keith Thurman. He lost to Dennis Ugas, and I honestly thought that he could have beat Dennis Ugas, you know what I'm saying? But I felt like his timing was off, his feet was a little off, you know what I mean? That was just an age thing, but I do feel like if he would have applied a little bit more pressure, he probably could have beat Dennis Ugas. But like I said, with that being said, Manny Pacquiao, I shouldn't say he's a shell, because he's still probably just as good as the second tier welterweights. Like I said, like he probably still beat up on someone like he would probably thump David Avanesyan, like no bullshit, you know what I'm saying? And he would probably thump Keith Thurman again too, you know what I'm saying? No bullshit. But Manny Pacquiao, he comes out and says, of course I can fight Terence Crawford or Errol Spence. I'm eager to fight with them, to test them, to see if they're really a champion. Manny Pacquiao at 44 years old, he still wants to test the younger fighters to see if they're a champion. That's what Pacquiao said. I've been fighting a lot of boxers at 147, 140, 135. I've been fighting one of the greatest boxers in the world, so I want to test them to fight with me. You know what I'm saying? The 43-year-old retired from boxing in September 2021. But a bout against Crawford or Spence would certainly catch the attention of the fans. It definitely would catch the attention of the fans. Like I said, Errol Spence was supposed to fight Manny Pacquiao really not too long ago. Now it would be 2 years. It was early in 2021. He was scheduled to fight Manny Pacquiao, and he had to pull out of that fight due to a torn retina in his eye, in which Dennis Ugas filled in. He replaced Errol Spence, took the strap off of he replaced Errol Spence, took the strap off of Manny Pacquiao, and then Ugas fought Errol Spence in Errol's last fight, and Errol took the strap off of Ugas. So I'm wondering if we may see a fight with Manny Pacquiao and Errol Spence, being that Errol Spence is looking for an opponent. He does not want to fight Keith Thurman. I don't think that he will fight Boots. The WBC has, I think they mandated him to fight Keith Thurman, right? Yeah, they mandated him to fight Keith Thurman. But I'm wondering if he'll go over and fight Manny Pacquiao, or if they'll bring Manny Pacquiao over to fight Errol Spence. Manny just coming off of his destruction of, like I said, DKU, but that man stays in training camp. And I also think that he just announced another exhibition fight, so not sure when that fight is, but if Spence is coming back in April, shit, you think Errol will fight Manny, will take that fight? I mean, it'll still be a big money fight, you know what I'm saying? Probably a better draw than Spence against Ugas was, you know what I'm saying, and Manny and Ugas. I still think that'll be an incredible draw, you know what I'm saying? Manny Pacquiao against Errol Spence. Obviously, I'd have to pick Errol Spence in that fight, but just looking at how Manny looked against DKU, who's not a boxer, it's an exhibition fight, you know what I'm saying? Of course, he'll come in much more prepared for Errol Spence, but Manny being up there, 44 years of age, just doesn't have the same attributes that he had even when he fought Keith Thurman. You know what I'm saying? That may have been the last greats of Manny Pacquiao that we get to see. But like I said, he's still probably better than the second tier welterweights, meaning the welterweights right underneath top tier. You know what I'm saying? I would still bet my bottom dollar at 44 years old that Manny Pacquiao could still put a thumping on some of those second tier welterweights. You know what I mean? You guys tell me in the comment section, like, what y'all think about Manny Pacquiao saying he will come out of retirement to give these guys the smoke, and that he still wants to test them to see if they are really true champions. That's the thing that grabs me the most. You know what I'm saying? Him saying that he still wants to test them even though he's 40 years old. So that goes to show you that Manny still sees himself as a giant in the welterweight division. You know what I'm saying? But you guys tell me what y'all think about it in the comment section. Manny saying that he'll come out of retirement to fight Errol or Terence, and we think Errol Spence will fight him. You guys let me know what y'all think about it in the comment section. Until then, keep fighting your fight and protect yourself at all times. Peace and one, love. Is Coach Fire. This is Real Life Boxing.